What is up, everybody? We are the Uncle Puckers, back for another fun and exciting episode of New Jersey Devil Hockey Talk. I'm Chris with Tim, Tony, and Bobby. What is up, boys? How's everybody today?
What's up?
Feeling good?
Awesome. Lovely day.
Well, we're going to get into it. We're going to have a fun little show, new segment today called What is Devil's Twitter Bitching About? And Tim is going to kind of tell us what they're bitching about. Little talk on the Luke Hughes' contract, and some talk about the brothers wanting to play together a little bit more. Maybe is this a time for Quinn Hughes' move? Plus, we have a Devil You Know and some other fun stuff. So before I fucked up. Before we reach any further ado, away we go.
Hey everyone, Mr. Devil here, Kenny Danico, 3-time Stanley Cup champion of the New Jersey Devils, and you're listening to the Uncle Puckers New Jersey Devils podcast. Let's go Devils!
All right, so now we're back.
Go Devils.
Let's go. Like my Vikings did last night in that fourth quarter, baby.
All right, can we
Big old
just we need to keep bringing up
let's
miraculous
go.
comebacks?
There's my boy.
I'm gonna fucking hang up. The wrong purple team won.
But
Hey,
silver and
we
black.
didn't beat you yet.
I feel bad because this is Chris had an awesome kind of comeback win. Tony's on the board with a win. Tim, yours was just that suffered, man.
And in
Sorry,
the end,
dude.
Tim's team will probably be the one in the Super Bowl, and me and Tony's won't be. So, yeah.
And Bobby, I was thinking about you today, man. Davy Johnson died this week, huh?
Yeah, that's
Who?
tough one for any Mets. Davy Johnson, coach of the Mets, 1986.
86.
World Series.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
okay.
don't know why I was thinking like Pirates. I don't know why.
All-
David Jones.
He worked with the. He worked.
Yeah,
with
I
the
was
Reds.
thinking Monkeys,
God, my brain is fucking fried.
who was also Davy Jones, right?
Davy Johnson.
Oh, all right,
Davy
guys,
Jones is
cover
a
me
totally
for a
different
second.
person.
Yeah, but Bobby, I
Yeah.
did think of you when I saw that, man, because I know as
can't
growing
hear
up,
me,
Bobby
right?
was a diehard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we can
can.
hear you.
What's up?
Nothing much. What's up?
Yeah,
What's up?
dude.
I'm on the show.
Yeah,
What's up?
it's always been amazing that he was on the field, like they said, for both World
Mountain
Series.
side,
He made the
yeah.
final out in 1969 to Cleon Jones, and then he
That's mine.
brings the title back
Thanks. Bye.
to New York in '86. But yeah, hell of a coach. I mean, how can you not love him for the success they had? So
Do you remember?
I,
like,
anytime.
86 pretty deep.
What's that?
You remember 86 pretty deep? I know we're all kind of young, but like, I mean,
Yeah.
I remember Rusty Staub Day they had that year and stuff, and the video to Let's Go Mets.
Yeah, I pretty much remember most of it. It was like my second full year watching baseball, and then I got blessed with that. So yeah, it was all consuming.
How are the Mets
My-
doing right now?
8 games back, I think. Or...
Yeah, they're 8 games back. They're comfortably in the final wild card by 4 games, unless depending on what happened last night, and like 2 games away from maybe moving up to the second wild card and not the last spot. So they're not reeling, but they're not clicking on all cylinders right now either. But we got 3 young studs coming up pitching. 3 came up this year in the last couple months, and they're like all better than what we had.
I mean, you
But,
figured 3/4 of the season's done, so they got like another 6 months to go until they can, get up to that point. I mean, geez.
You're right, dude. I was sitting there because they're talking in the NHL about extending it a couple games, shortening the preseason, right? Adding 2 games, 2 whatever games to this. And I'm watching baseball last night, and I'm like, it really is too long. Like, seriously, would anybody care if it was 125 or 1? I know it's going to screw all the record
10.
books, but 162 is just, it's kind of ridiculous.
It's
Man, I
very
used to watch
ridiculous.
the Yankees but when they started changing all these rules, like the runners moving to say, it kills it for me, man. I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know if I'm just that stuck in my ways, but I just
Yes.
hate. No, the extra inning thing sucks. I think you're like putting a pitcher in at the end of the game could just lose and like, it just takes away from that. You know what? Some games go 19 innings. It sucks, but that's the way it used to be, right, Bobby? As baseball guys, like you kind of dug it, man. Like once in a while you'd be like, just stay awake for that whole fucking game last night. Now it's like, okay, we're gonna put a guy halfway to home, with
Now,
one
they don't
out.
do that in the playoffs, though, right?
No.
No, they don't do it in the
so
playoffs.
playoffs are regular, like kind of like hockey, right? There's no 3-on-3, it's just a 5-on-5 overtime. You
It
play
is,
5 times.
it is pretty amusing to see because like half of like the Devils people I follow on Twitter are Mets fans and half of them are Yankees fans.
Sure.
And both of them are pitching about how bad both teams are. Meanwhile, the Yankees are 2 games out of first in the division and like the third best team in the AL. And the Mets are comfortably in a wild card spot. They're both going to make the
comfortably
playoffs.
in a wild card and generally still beat the teams above them, and at least Philly, So yeah, it's not much to bitch about. It's just also not much to feel super great about right now.
Yeah,
Well,
I get like this. It's kind of like how we are with the Devils. It's like we're going to be a good team ish. Are we going to win a Stanley Cup? No, probably not.
I think all New York fans should just be happy, no matter what team. Unless you're the Giants, just be happy that Russell Wilson doesn't play for you. That's all.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I saw it again, Chris. He's going to start the next game. They're saying
they got to give him another game. Like
I
get it. Bring him in.
It's just a mistake. It's a mistake. It's like when you see coaches on the sidelines like Dayball who pulls over, neighbors, pulls them in and gives them the whole, hey, we got this. Don't worry. I'm going to need you in this game. Stay focused. And he goes to give him a high five and the wide receiver walks away from him. That's the shit that I don't like seeing. When Dayball and Mike McDaniel, when these guys, it looks like they've just lost the room. And I don't know, man, it's almost impossible, especially week one. If you're losing your guys already, unless something serious, maybe Jackson Dart could change that. Maybe he comes in week 3 or week 4 and he plays well,
All right, we did our football show this morning.
Speaking of week 1, are we all still in the survival pool?
Mad Ravens fan.
I am.
I know I am.
Shut up, Tony.
Tony, did you win your first week survival pool?
Yeah.
Yes, I did. You guys just didn't see it, but it was magnificent. The best win ever.
I'm getting a feeling you're answering like Dan, but your way of just saying I didn't do anything. I don't even
know about the survivor pool.
All right, so on the Uncle Pucker one,
me?
Yeah,
I went with the Commanders.
Yeah.
Who'd you go with, Tim?
Breezed.
Cincinnati.
Well, actually, a couple of guys didn't even make picks. We have some people eliminated already. But some people jumped on and then didn't make their picks, so they automatically get. So if you're listening and you set this up, make a freaking pick. I took the Colts. I won that one. And one of them. And the other one, I took the Vikings. So I won that one too. So I'm still alive. So I see here Mike Ruff just said that Quinn is staying in Vancouver. You guys believe that?
I don't know.
This year?
Well, I mean, I would say, definitely this year, right? I would say. But if we had a notification from, was it Jay that told us in the last show, or was it Stephen Engel? Somebody told us on the last show that, kind of through the Uncle Pucker random tip line, somebody left a tip saying that
someone he knew or someone on HF boards knew someone
who saw Ferris passed out at 33 flavors last night.
Yeah, exactly.
And
I guess it's pretty serious.
That it's a 3-year deal at $7 million a year, and it's for Luke, and it's going to be announced within the next few coming days. So that's what the anonymous tip line said.
So, anybody feeling good about that? It doesn't make sense to me, because if I'm looking at a 3-year deal, I'm looking at higher average salary per year than the 8-year. So 7 for 3. I don't think he's doing himself justice on that. I think he gets more than that.
No, 7's too much for 3 years.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think the term and the number's probably wrong. I guess 3 years is possible, but I'm with you. It would probably be more like a 5.5, right?
No, Mike, this is this morning on our little football show that we did, and Robbie's bench toss if you want a football.
This
show.
was
this morning.
Yeah, this was put into the
someone commented
Uncle Pucker random tip line. Yeah. So it's the anonymous tip line. Yeah. The first suggestion box that I have is get a suggestion box. That's
you two are saying that $7 million is too high, and it would be in the 5 who are a 3-year deal.
Yeah.
But this is where I'm saying it doesn't make sense to me, because he will easily get like the 8-9 million for 7 or 8 years if he goes a long way. Why would he take that much of a discount just to satisfy his 3-year term? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, after 3 years, we still control him as an RFA. They when you get a longer term deal, you're buying UFA years, so that the AAV goes up. So in shorter term deals, the money's lower. for
Yeah.
guys in his situation, not for like your run of the mill free agent.
I get it.
Okay.
I'm just saying that's an awful lot of money left on the table just so he can, finish his contract at the same time as Jack. You're really gonna let $3-4 million a year go? Like, I don't know.
Oh,
Robbie-
I don't. It just seems like a lot, but if it's 7x3, fucking, I don't care. Like, it's not my money. Like, give him that. I don't care. Like, just fucking get the kid in camp, get him signed, get him playing, and then we'll worry about it 3 years from now. I think 5 years is probably the scenario that we want the least, but I still, like I said before, like I don't really see that as an issue. It puts pressure on the Hughes brothers to deliver, and if they don't, then maybe we need to fucking ship them out.
And like Robbie's bench toss just said, by the way, one of the best names, Robbie's bench toss. I love it. He wrote,
and the picture too. It's amazing.
Wolf just got paid 7.5, and he just got $7.5 million to be Calgary's
what
number
term?
one goalie. I don't know what the years
7
were.
years.
It was 7.
Years.
That's right. It was 7.
Yeah,
but
Kevin Ball got 6.5. Fucking Frank Nazar got 6.5. We're gonna
so
have to
if it's an 8-year
reevaluate.
deal, what is it? 9? 9.5? If it's an 8-year deal, I mean,
I
is
still
that
think it
crazy?
should be in that 8.5. Frank Saravelli, who I don't trust at all, but he does put out shit, said it's still that Brock Faber Sanderson comp, that 8.2, 8.5. We're not that far removed from those two deals.
That's why when
And,
the Faber deal got done, Bobby and I actually did a show that night when the Faber deal got done, and we were talking about how, like, I think essentially I was saying, like, now you have the parameters of where Luke needs to fit. Get the deal done now. Like, just follow Brock Faber. They're almost the same player. They're so similar in so many ways. I don't think that you could differentiate too much with the contract. I think if you gave them the exact same, even went a little bit higher, I'd be fine with that. I think it's fair.
I think Luke and Sanderson are almost identical as players.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but like 3 years by $5-6 million. Also, I don't know where we'd get $7 million from. That's $1 million basically more than what they have in cap space. I mean, I guess they can bury McDermott's contract, but other than that, that kind of caps us out.
Yeah, I agree with Mike about Dobson being overpaid. I do think that was a big contract for Montreal to give him.
Yeah.
But I just want to see Luke on this team. I want to see him on the team. I'd preferably longer than 3 years. I'm not super happy if it ended up being a 3-year. I don't really, the value is what it is, but I'd much rather an 8-year. You only have, I think, a couple of weeks to actually get an 8-year deal done before the new CBA kicks in. Get it done. I mean, if you can get it done.
It's been this way for a while now where, your true stud, in-house guys, young guys coming up have been getting these, kind of longer deals. It just doesn't fit right that, of course, when it comes to us and Luke, it's just going to be like 3 flat. Why can't we just get him for 8 like everybody else? Like, why can't we just do it? It does feel a little weird. But like Tim said a few times, I mean, whatever, sign something, get on the paper. They got to win anyway. And I'm really convinced that if they win and have a lot of success, that's going to change whatever they're thinking anyway.
Yeah, and I agree with Tim a lot about the 5-year deal. Like, if you signed them for 5 years and you have both Hughes brothers entering free agency at the same time, as a Devil fan, yes, those last 2 years we would all be, I think, freaking out about the potential of losing both of them. But if you don't do it in 5 years with everybody and what you believe to be the core winning, then yeah, maybe it's time then that you do have to cut bait and go a different direction. So I'm not against that. Just the idea of losing both of them at the same time. But
Jack fucking roasted in a roundabout kind of way Novozinski and James Nichols in his quote today at the media tour. So he based this. I'll read this quote directly. It said, "Would Jack and Luke prefer to align their expiration dates?" Said, "Yeah, for sure. I think that report. I saw it too. It's probably just a shot in the dark, though. Like, where's he even getting that information from?" So that's Jack talking about the reporter saying that.
Right.
Of course, just from the outside, like anyone at a bar can be like, I'm sure the Hughes brothers want their contracts to match up for sure. But then there's so many other things that come into play. Money, the money is always changing. I don't think 5 years is a make or break thing. Luke is his own guy. I want Luke to set himself up for the rest of his life. Sorry, I did a bad job reading that.
That is exactly what I've been saying since we first started conjuring up all this stuff. I said, pound for pound, most of the time, these athletes are going to take the best deal they can get for them. And it's usually based on the financials, not the comfort of being able to leave in 3 years. And if the best deal is 8x8 or 9x8, and that's on the table, like most athletes are going to take that over 3x5, 6, 7.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree.
That's why I'm not so concerned about this. The money, a contract's you play for your contract. You don't play for the idea that I might be able to exit with my brother if that was even a thought. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, $72 million to a 23-year-old kid is a lot of money, and I'm with you. You offer them, like you said, 8x7, 8x9, whatever.
Like they're saying, well, we got 2/3, so there you go. Like writing's on the wall. Like, let's not make this super complicated. If Quinn wants to play with his brothers, and even if he goes to free agency as opposed to a trade and all that, then you got to pay through the nose for him too. If that's what the Devils want to do, thinking that's what makes them the best team, then good. There's also the possibility Devils are like, no, that we don't need that to be the best team. We don't need to pay that much to him in 2 years. We can get somebody with a similar skill set that's not a third Hughes brother. We have no idea.
Yeah, we don't. And that's the thing. And that's what people, who are interpreting this and, even Novo and James Nichols have no idea. They're just speculating about this stuff. They didn't have any direct quotes. This is the only direct quote that's ever come out of it. Whole thing from Jack. So
I'm curious to go back and look at what everybody was writing about Mercer's contract this time last year, where everybody was saying where this contract needs to be, all the bullshit that, hey, he's asking for this, but they're only offering that. And then juxtapose it to what it actually was and what it came in at. And I think that we can maybe have an idea of most of what we're reading is bullshit or not. And I think it's probably mostly bullshit. I think the only people that know what's happening are the people inside here.
Tim, did you see the other quote from Jack, though? I don't want to butcher it, about wanting to play with his brother. Did you see that today? I don't know.
Yeah, okay. So this is what segment 1.
This is what Devil's Twitter is freaking out about.
Is arguing with each other about. Hang on, let me find it.
It's just a very human quote, and it's just like what you would expect to hear. And he's very forthright. He's like, I'm not afraid to say it. Yeah, I want to play with my brothers at one point. He's like, whether that's with the Devils or something else down the road, like, I don't know, is basically what he's saying. But he is making it obvious. I do want to play with the three of them.
He stopped himself mid-quote. Hang on. I'm looking through this one text thread I have with. Keep filibustering while I find it.
So I do think it's killer I do like how Jack just says what he wants, though. I mean, you have to. I saw someone mention that in the chat too. It is one thing about that dude. He just doesn't give a shit.
No, he doesn't. Does not care.
Doesn't care.
Well, he's just like an honest, conversational human being. He's like, you want to know the truth? Yeah, the three of us have talked. We'd love to play together. Like, but right now, they're each under contracts. They're each doing their own things. If it happens, it happens. But there's no problem with being candid like that.
No, and I think it's stupid to think that they wouldn't want to play together.
I got it. Okay.
Right,
so this is from Pierre LeBrun at the media thing anyway. So I asked Jack Hughes about whether he talks to his brother Quinn about his future and possibly playing together. And this is what Jack said. Jack said, "This is a headline question, Jack smiled back. Honestly, I'm not afraid to say it. Yeah, I would love for Quinn to. Eventually, I'd love to play with him."
He was starting to say, "I'd love for Quinn to come to New Jersey," is what he was going to say.
That's almost exactly that. I mean, that's my thought. It's like, how else do you finish that sentence?
Right.
And he diplomatically cut
right.
himself off and said, "Eventually, I'd love to play with him. Whether that's in New Jersey or what time that takes, that doesn't make any sense grammatically, but whatever. At some point, I want to play with Quinn. But yeah, that's the question going around. They all talk about it every day up in Vancouver, But yeah, I'd love to play with Quinn at some point. So
now he'd love to. Doesn't mean he has to or he's quitting the NHL. You know what I mean? Like, sure, I'd love to. I'd also love to win $1 billion tomorrow. Doesn't mean I'm going to do it.
Yeah, I didn't win the lottery because it's kind of weird. I don't know why.
The only thing it says to me is
money on you.
he's open not to finishing his career in New Jersey. You could kind of, it's
Yeah.
whatever.
Isn't that really fine too? That's an athlete's
whatever. It's what
option.
he's saying. That truth. I mean,
Well, you got him for 5 more years. So
I
mean,
want Jack and Luke to be on this team. If Quinn comes, great, and that makes us better, great. I want the Devils to be a great fucking team. Like that's what it should come down to.
I do think Quinn comes here, and I said it before. I do think it's something that happens this year during the season. I just think Vancouver's going to suck. I think that it's going to be something talked about a lot, and it's going to get to a point where, all right, we know he's walking next year anyway. Let's just get the most value we can from him, and we can do the kid right. Send him with his brothers and let him go, and we have to deal with him, twice a year, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder what we line up with on Vancouver, what Vancouver wants, and like philosophically what they would be doing if they do move on from Quinn. If they move on from Quinn, that to me signals that they're throwing in the towel. But then they just gave Demko an extension, and they just gave who's the
Besser an extension.
They just gave Besser an extension. They have Pedersen on the hook for a shitload of years. So it's I don't know.
Right.
I don't know what they would want. If they'd want roster players, NHL players, is that
I think they would probably want young prospects with high upsides. I think that's probably maybe a player or two, I think is probably what they would want. They would definitely want somebody they can plug in there. Like Nemec would have to go.
I think Nemec would go.
Yeah, they're going to want to at least tell their fans, but we got Nemec to replace Quinn, which is not much of a replacement, but still it's a high draft pick with a high ceiling. Maybe you can get your fan base excited about it. I don't know.
We just better be sure we're in win now mode and we're not like a middling team as we kind of were the second half of last year, or all this changes for us too. Adding him will make us better. I understand that, but let's be real. Other than an amazing season streak and then a good playoff, we haven't really gotten to where we wanted to get to with this core. What if this is another sub 100 point year and kind of back it into the playoffs? I don't think it's going to be. I'm just saying, what if it is? Does that make him pull the trigger faster, or does that make him second guess what he wants to get rid of for the future?
It's a good question. I guess it depends, right? If they back into the playoffs at 92, 93 points, third in the Metro or a wild card, and we have no injuries to speak of that are substantial injuries, then I think that's some red flags. If you can stay healthy all year and that's still the most we can muster is backing in at a 93-point season, then I think things are definitely wrong.
But then you're Tom Fitzgerald. What's your mindset? Does Quinn put us back over the top to an actual contender, or are we blowing our future?
His first mindset should be, fuck, I need to update my resume. And then his second mindset should be, I don't think I'm going to go for Quinn here. I think I might have to back this thing out and dump a few guys and try and rebuild this team a different way.
And Quinn's an incredible player, but it's also like, do we need Quinn? Our issues are up front. Our defense is pretty loaded and stacked from now for the next 10 years. If you look at, assuming Nemec hits and Casey hits and Salayev hits, I know.
Look, if he's just some defenseman, that can move the puck and do a few good things, I'd say no, but he is such an amazing player. He's just too good of a player. I think every one of the 32 teams would do whatever they could to put that guy on their team. He's that good. So I know we don't necessarily need help on the back end, but I just think that his presence makes us so much better.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. And I don't know. I also think about the logistics of it because Quinn plays the left side and, there's Dougie Siegenthaler. I assume Dylan goes, then where does Salayev slide in when he's ready? Is he part of the package for Quinn? And do we want to do that? So there's a lot of iterations, a lot to think about, but
there's a lot of guys that I would have. There's two guys that I would have have a big problem with us dumping off of, even though I've never seen these two guys play. And that's Silayev and Yegorov. Those are the two dudes that I don't want to touch because I think that they're going to be difference makers on this team when they get up here.
Yeah, but like Holtz wasn't untouchable for a little while, and Mercer wasn't untouchable for a little while. Like, I don't know, like I'd rather have guys on this team that can win now as opposed to someone who may be good in 5 years.
No, I
That's
get you. Now,
but that's the calculus that Fitz has to do because he's trying to balance that long term and short term.
right. Now, Tony, you've been quiet. I know it's midnight where you are right now, so it's late. What do you think about Quinn on the team?
I don't think it'll happen this year. I mean, I could be wrong. Who knows? But I mean, I'd like him, but I don't know. I don't think it's like a must, believe it or not. It'd be cool to have all three brothers, but I don't know.
And this is kind of like because of what you just said, Tim. Like, I don't know if we need it, right? Because it's not a glaring weakness that we have to fix. So if this was done, is it done under the guise of this is a great player who makes our team better, or is it this is the best way I can keep Jack and Luke happy for as long as possible? Like
Probably both.
A little bit of
Probably
both, you think?
Yeah, because I think he is a great player. I think he would make the team a lot better. And I think eventually, when you hear Jack say that, it's in their minds eventually that this is going to happen. Like they're going to play together one way or another, So I think it's kind of a mix, 50-50.
There are a lot of people that are there are a lot of people that are anti bring all three Hughes. I could see the arguments against it, but I mean the fact of the matter is Quinn's a nasty fucking hockey player. And as a yeah.
No, I agree with you. Like I think that a lot of people have like this idea that it's just going to be them looking for each other and it's just going to be the boys playing with each other and nobody else is going to get a chair in this party and that they're just going to do everything. I don't agree with that. Like, I don't think that's going to be the case. I think he will make us a lot better.
I think if Jack was staying healthy, I think people would have a different view on the whole thing. I think, if he was playing these straight seasons, not getting hurt, I think people would be more excited about the idea, but.
So what does Tom Fitzgerald's future look like if he makes a move for Quinn Hughes? I don't even care about what goes the other way. And the three of these dudes are just, when they're on the ice, it is special and they're doing awesome stuff and they're highlight reels. But come playoff time, we're putting our team out there and all three Hughes brothers are sitting in the press box with slings on their arms, resting their busted up shoulders. Like, does Tom Fitzgerald have a job if he does that move and all three of them end up injured like they were this year for the playoffs?
I mean, it's not the GM's job to prevent the injuries that a player might get, but
at one point you have to think, like, do we have doctors that know what they're doing on this team? Like, at some point.
It's really funny and how, Quinn had a shoulder issue and Luke had a shoulder issue and Jack had a shoulder issue. And then it's like God, when they were born, he was like, here, Jim and Ellen, these kids are going to have golden legs, but they're going to have fucking wet noodles for arms.
That's it.
I kind of agree with Snow too. If you see, if Jack doesn't stay healthy this year, we're screwed anyway. It's kind of how.
This is we've said this repeatedly about Jack. Like this is probably the most important year of his career.
No doubt. We just can't do it again. Like you see how good this team is when he's on it. What a difference maker he is. I fucking love Jack Hughes. I love watching this dude play. He's one of my favorite players I've ever watched play. But if he goes another year where he only plays 60 games and is injured for the playoffs, the team's going nowhere. And at some point you would really have to stop and think, is this, juice worth the squeeze here? Or do we at some point say, all right, we got to send Jack somewhere and get a shitload of players for him?
That's why I don't mind a short-term deal for Luke, because if we give Luke 8 years, then we're kind of committed to then re-upping Jack a little bit in 5 years. He's a broken down, one-armed man,
Anybody care about my feelings? I don't think anybody understands.
Bob,
I'm over 50 years old. I've been a Devils fan for over 30 years. I've never had a name on my jersey before. I put Jack Hughes. Why can't the guy just retire a Devil? Why we got to talk about his glass shoulder and getting rid of him and moving on if we don't win? I never committed to a name on my jersey before. This is about me.
You only get jerseys of players that have done really
Yeah.
good stuff for your franchise.
Or
Except
I was
unless
telling
I do have a JJ McCarthy jersey on, so I
Yeah.
completely lie
That's
about
premature.
that. But you know,
I was
very
telling you
premature.
guys last week, I bought the Mercer jersey, the black one, and then like fucking a week later, no lie, they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna change my number." I don't really care, but I was like, "You gotta be kidding me!" Just had to go like, yeah, it was like,
I think Mercer was better as 18. I like 91 as a number. I just feel like 18 suits Mercer better.
I agree.
But yeah,
Double
Bob,
Heaven,
see, I
what's
got
up, buddy?
the Luke Hughes
Yep.
U.S. jersey back there. But
Yeah.
that's World Championship Luke Hughes.
That's right.
All right. Well, Tony, you got a devil you know?
yeah.
All right,
I did.
let's do that. So we're going to play Devil You Know, the most fun interactive game in New Jersey Devil podcast history. Tonight it will be Tony Zamboni giving the clues of a former New Jersey Devil player. Myself, Tim, and Bobby have to guess who it's talking about. We get 3 incorrect guesses before we are eliminated. We can ask Tony any questions we want. He can or cannot answer. It is completely up to him. If you guys know the answer, don't shout it out in the comment section just yet. Let us go a while and
And
wiggle
in 3
around trying
years,
to
we
figure
have
it
yet
out.
to have a single person use all their guesses. We are timid.
That's true. That's true.
I am trying effortlessly to get eliminated from this game.
I don't want to sound stupid when I say like a defender's name, and Tony's like, "I said he was a forward, you jackass." Like, that's the shit I'll do.
I'm gonna start
said
guessing
Russian,
because what
and you
last
said
one was
an American's
McGildy.
name.
I'm always
Yeah.
gonna guess, right? The first one I think of, even if it's crazy, I'm just gonna guess it because last
All right,
game.
don't get these, Tony, because these
Well,
are yours.
I'm the one
He's
giving the
asking the
question.
questions.
All
Don't
right.
say the person's name, Tony.
Don't
Some
say it.
idiot did that before.
Don't give it away. Here we go.
Am I waiting for music or something? Or
Yeah,
I'll
it's
try it
coming.
again.
I thought it's coming.
It
Said it
started.
was coming.
Shall we play a game?
Buckle up, boys and girls. It is time for the Devil You Know on the Uncle Pucker New Jersey Devil Podcast.
I guess I didn't hit the button, and now I did. All right, Tony, you're up.
okay, this former Devil was born in 1969.
Nice.
Child.
Yeah, says the question that has a huge fart after it.
Good point.
This former Devil shoots left. This former Devil was born in the United States. This former Devil is 6'3". This former Devil was not a secret FBI informant.
Danton.
Is he in the Epstein files?
No, he's not.
Okay, he's not. Okay.
Wait,
No,
was he an
it's
informant
not.
for a hoax that then
Yes.
was? Yeah.
Something like that. This former Devil was a defenseman.
He's a defenseman?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bruce Driver.
No.
No. Andy Green.
No. This former Devil played a total of 331 regular season games
In the
All with the
NHL or with the
Devils?
Devils?
in the NHL. Yeah, that's regular. Yeah, regular season. Not all with the Devils. No.
Was he drafted by the Devils?
I'll get to that. I'll save that one.
What's
I
his
kind of
last
have been in
name?
order. What's his last name?
What's
This
his first
former
name?
Devil. This former Devil played 2 years with the Blackhawks. Total of 96 games. This former Devil is from Wisconsin.
Did you say if he was a forward or a defenseman?
Defenseman.
Wisconsin.
Paul Martin.
No.
It's two
He's from
guesses.
Minnesota, I think.
Yeah, he is. Shit.
This former Devil was part of the 1998-99 Devils playoff team.
98, 99?
Yep.
They lost in the first round that year. I think to
This
Ottawa
former Devil was drafted. What
or
did you say?
Pittsburgh.
This former Devil was drafted in 87.
1987.
This former Devil played in the NHL for 7 years.
An American defenseman.
This former Devil played 198 games with the Devils, including 16 playoff games.
Is Tim really happy or is he just frozen again?
I think he's frozen. He's frozen.
It's like one of those
He
Harry
looks super
Krishners.
happy.
Just need a tambourine.
Actually, it's not
No,
a bad,
Jay
not a
said
bad,
it was-
not a bad screenshot of me.
Jay said it was a defenseman.
A defenseman, yeah. He played 198 games with the Devils.
What the hell is his name? I have a guy in my head, but I can't think of his last name.
Hang on, I'll be back. Actually, keep asking questions.
He's going to look it up really fast.
Yeah, I know, right?
This former Devil played in Atlanta for 1 year, 99 and 2000 season. 23 games only that year. Do I have to wait till Tim comes back? Tim, you still there?
No, he's still here.
Okay.
I'm listening. I might as well listen until you.
This former Devil was part of 4 Devils playoff teams.
Concurrently?
No.
Or like, did he take a break and come back?
No, straight. 4 games. 4 games straight.
Tony was processing what concurrently meant.
I was like, what did he say? I smoked a little bit of weed tonight, but I don't know. His former Devil played 2 years in Chicago, and where he finished his career, total of 96 games.
I have no fucking idea.
Sean Chambers?
No.
No, not sure.
This former Devil was drafted by the Devils in the 5th round. 86th
He was drafted by the
overall.
Devils in 1987.
Yep. 86th overall. Tim,
Who
that
was
should be
on
your
those
Facebook
teams?
profile picture.
Kevin
telling you.
Dean?
There, Kevin Dean.
Is it Kevin Dean?
Yeah,
I was just going through guys on that team. I
Kevin
was trying
Dean?
to think.
Who the fuck is that? What do you make
He's
sausage?
on the Stanley Cup in '95 team, man.
Yeah, he's from Wisconsin. All right, Tim's out. All
Remember,
right,
he coached Trenton. He did the Trenton Devils. Coached Providence Bruins. I think he actually did Utica too.
We actually had a let me find it real quick. We had somebody reach out to us. Where is it? Yeah, so Michael Batista wrote this. Did you guys see this about the ECHL announcement?
Trenton.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ECHL returning to Trenton, New Jersey in the 26-27 season with transfers of controlling interest and home territory of the Utah membership. So the Utah Grizzlies are putting an ECHL affiliate in Trenton. So that's going to be really cool.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to that.
Speaking of ECHL, were the Hershey Bears ECHL or AHL?
The Hershey Bears are AHL.
They're AHL.
Yeah.
The AHL, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. We got a game there with the Quakers. I think that's freaking cool, man. They're going to play
That
in the
is
AHL
awesome.
arena.
That
Yeah,
rink
that's
is that
awesome.
rink is really cool. I worked at a hockey camp there and used to play there a lot. It gets really foggy though when it's.
Does it?
during-
Oh,
I guess not really during. I've only really been there during summer and like played there during the summer, but it got really foggy there during the summer. It was weird.
I just think it's going to be super cool for a bunch of 11, 12-year-olds to get on that ice and just look up at the giant stands.
Shit,
man.
yeah.
It's fucking cool.
Yeah, all 12 of you in there.
Our home arena sits like 20, 25. You know what I mean? Like a couple
Yeah.
of benches. Like,
Hey, Tim, do you want to explain the snake draft of the week?
Yeah. All right. So we are going to do a sort of fantasy draft of Devils. So we're going to each have to put together a lineup: 2 wings, 1 center, 2 defensemen, 1 goalie, and 1 coach. So we're going to go 7 rounds. And we're going to go in snake format. So it'll be like a fantasy draft. And we'll put that out and see who has the best team.
if anybody takes a coach before 6th, like you would take a kicker in football before
Yeah,
last,
that's coach is kind of like
problems.
coach is kind of like kicker. Unless
Right.
like yeah.
All right, so Bobby, pick a number 1 through 20, and we'll go Bobby, Tony, Tim, myself. Pick a number 1 through 20, boys.
I'll go 17.
17.
Little Sakura.
What, Tom?
14.
14.
7.
7. I'll just keep it in the middle and go 10. Here's our random number generator.
We're not doing David Hale,
and
Mike.
What are we? 6. All right, so it would be Tim, me, Tony, Bobby.
Hang on, I gotta go wide. I gotta go wide angle on my.
I think I kind of like going forth on this particular one and getting the back-to-backs out of the way.
Yeah, that's a
'Cause
good.
It's tough. I mean, I know who my number one would be, but you can argue several number ones.
So Tim, Chris, Tony, Bob. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Martin Brodeur.
Any particular reason you think that maybe he
yeah,
should go
right?
over, somebody else?
Yeah, he was an okay goalie.
Yeah, he was okay. Dynamite.
I'm gonna take Jack.
Ooh,
Jack.
the guy who doesn't work out, Jack.
Yeah, that lazy dude in the gym.
Little-
Tony, you're up.
Little pipsqueak.
Damn it, man. I was expecting you to take someone else, Chris. I thought my decision would be a little easier to make here.
You were going with Jack?
No. But there was someone I thought you were going to pull before that.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to have to go with Stevens.
Yeah. Damn it. I had him in my head. All right, Bobby.
All right. I can't not go with defense first on a Devils all-time draft. And a guy who's got a little bit of everything. I'm going to go with Scott Niedermayer.
That was my other guy before. I couldn't figure out him or Stevens.
All right, Bob.
And I will go with the most underrated Devil and get one of my top forwards out of the way, and Patrick Elias.
All right.
All right, Tone.
I'm gonna go with Nico.
Yeah, can't go wrong there.
It's a good one. All right. I am going to go. Zach Parise.
Respect now that I don't hate him anymore.
No, say one question, Tim. I didn't ask you when we first started doing this. Are we going by like when they were at the best?
Yeah, I guess it would just.
Yeah,
okay,
it could be vibes too. Like if you just fucking like a guy, cool.
Yeah. But it's a big thing is if they're at the best in their career, because there's some guys that you get later on that if you go on.
This will be them at their best.
You can also do
at their best with us. So like I
Okay.
to Tony's question, like Devil's Yager is not Yager.
Okay, so that's what I was asking because it's a big difference between Devil's Van Beesbrook, and
Right.
Yes.
back in
All right, Tim, you're up.
I'm gonna go with Taylor Hall.
That's
Okay.
actually not a bad one.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'm up again.
No, not yet.
Nope. He's
Oh, yeah,
sneaking.
Tim goes again.
I'm gonna go with Rafalski.
I'm going to take the most hated Devil of all time. So my forward line is Jack Hughes, Parise, and Kovalchuk. That's my forward line.
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right, Tony, you're up.
I'm gonna go Lemieux.
Yeah.
Jocelyn, right?
No,
That's Tony's fucking boy.
no. As Chris knows, Claude Lemieux was always my favorite.
Yep. What do you got, Bob?
I mean, I need a center that works epically with Elias, and I think that the 2000 season has proven that Arnott's that guy. So I'll fill out my center with Arnott.
All right.
And coming back down, I think I'm going to go with a goaltender because as much as you don't think of him, his best statistical season with the Devils was quite good. I'm going to take Schneider since Brodeur's off the board.
All right, Tony, you're up.
When do I go twice?
You don't.
You don't.
It's only
You're
the
in the
first guy or the fourth guy goes
okay.
twice. Me and you don't go twice.
I'm gonna go.
What? McGillney? I thought you said Alexander McGillney.
I was gonna say that,
Oh.
but I go Markstrom. I gotta grab a goalie.
Fuck you. I was
Gotta
going to
grab
take
a
him.
goalie.
Yeah.
Gotta grab a decent goalie. So
All right. Well, is Tim coming back or?
Oh, you got one more pick before he does. He should come back.
All right. I'll go. I need to take my defenseman. So Timmy entered the studio, but he's not coming up on my thing.
Chris Hansen's at his house.
Yeah, Tim, I think you need to click off and you'll need to connect your mic cam. It's not letting me connect him. Hang on, let me just text him. All right, so who's out?
Niedermeyer's out.
Niedermeyer, Stevens, Nico, Claude, Markstrom.
Oh, he's worried about defense, I think, right?
Yeah. All right, so my
Falski's out.
defenseman. All right, so I'll take. I'll take Bruce Driver.
Yeah.
My first defenseman. All right. Come on, Timmy, you're up. Well, we can't do it without him. So
Nope.
Crashed. He's trying to get back in.
Ask him to do it from here, maybe. From his message, say, hey.
Who are
give
your
us your
next?
pick.
Who are your next two picks?
Of course, he doesn't know who we picked, so he has no idea who we just took.
That's true. Yeah,
Keeping
so
it
he
real
wouldn't be
here.
able to take Arnott, Schneider, Lemieux, Koval. Yeah, he's a bunch that he can't take, so he's gotta come back. So we'll have to. I guess we're in a holding pattern now until he gets here. I don't like my defenseman. He has to restart his computer, so this might take a little while. So let's ask him for his next two.
Keep this.
I left and Lemieux, and then he wanted to know who got picked afterwards. So who got after Lemieux? Arnott, Schneider,
Markstrom, Driver.
All right, so we'll see what his next two are. Sorry, guys, it just came to a screeching halt.
He took Driver.
What's that?
Didn't someone
I took
take
Bruce
Driver?
Driver. I just took him.
Did he just put it in the chat that he wanted Driver, though?
No, that was me. That was me
okay.
telling, because I spelled it wrong. So I was just telling him who it was.
Diver.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yes, Jay, I was gonna, if he's still there, I'm definitely gonna take him next. But yeah, I don't know. He's talking about taking Danico.
Yeah, I saw that.
And who the hell just came in for the PTO that Husky's talking about? Who the hell just came in? The dude, he was with us for a while before, and he's
I didn't hear it.
Veteran. Oh my God. Yeah, he just came in on a PTO. Who the fuck is it?
Oh, shit. Now you got me saying,
see if I can find it.
Oh, Rooney?
Yes, that's it. Kevin Rooney.
Is the answer?
That's who we got now. All right, so Tim's got, he made his
took him.
two picks. So Tim's got Jesper Bratt and Ken Danico. All right, so then that's was it my turn now?
Yep.
So I need another defenseman. I'm gonna take Luke.
Yeah.
All right, Tony, you're up.
I need a second here.
Now I just need a goalie and my coach.
Give me 1 second here. I'm just checking something. Maybe shit. John Madden.
All right. I like it. All right, Bobby, you get the next two.
I'm going to go with a little bit of a bruiser on the blue line to help with Niedermeyer, let him free skate. I need a big guy. I'm going to go with Colin White.
All right.
Nice. I thought
and
about
then
that.
You go again.
I need one more forward on the wing. And I'm torn between a couple of styles. Let me think here. I already know the puck goes in the net quite good with Arnott and Elias.
Angus Crookshanks.
Angus Crookshanks is very tempting. So is the 51 goal a year from Gianta. Or 48. 48? What was it? Why can't I remember? I'm going to go, though, with I got to go with my boy Randy McKay. I want that element on my team.
All right, I like it. All right. And then you get a second one.
No, I did Colin White and Randy McKay.
Oh, that's right.
So I'll be down.
All right, Tony, you're up. What happened to your picture now? Tony, you there?
All right, Chris, these two can't do this anymore.
I guess not. So I guess our snake draft is done. So, okay, why don't we all right, I'm going to just pick my goalie and my coach. How many more do you have, Bob? You're done.
I just have a coach.
Oh, you have one more. All right,
Nope.
so
yeah, one more, just a coach.
yeah. So who's your coach?
Well, you would actually snake back. You would get first in this. I think. Hold on. He's right.
Okay, yeah, right. I would get. He's saying that the StreamYard link isn't working.
Yeah, but what happened to
Tony?
Tony?
Got bounced off, and I don't know. All right, they're both gone. So I'm just gonna tell them we're gonna wrap it up, and we'll do this on the side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll just fill it out later.
All right. So what do you got, Bob?
Well, again, it's gonna kind of depend on.
Oh, it's my turn. I got I have to take a goalie and a coach, right?
Yeah.
So what do we got? Brodeur's gone, Markey's gone. So Sean Burke is still out there.
Mm-hmm.
Chico Resch is still out there. I'm gonna go Sean Burke.
Should we
All
do
right.
it this way, or should we just stop here and get the rest of the questions from the guys? Because you're skipping over Tony.
All right.
Otherwise, I mean, you're gonna get.
Well, he already
Lemaire.
took a goalie, so I'm fine with the Sean Burke one. So
Yeah.
we'll stop it there.
We'll stop it there, and then we'll.
All right, guys, we're gonna post these on Twitter and Blue Sky later, so you guys can vote on who has the best team. Apparently, everything got. Oh, Tony's back. Hang on, Tony's back. All right, Tony, you're back.
I don't know
All
what
right,
the hell
Tony,
happened there.
We're gonna do these till we get up to Tim, which will only be your pick. So you can pick one more, and then we'll do the rest later.
Who did you guys pick while I was gone?
Madden, McKay. Oh, Bobby took McKay and Colin White, and then it's your turn. I took a goalie already because I didn't think you were coming back. So I actually took Sean Burke because you took Markstrom. So now you could pick anybody.
Okay, so what do I need still? I still need.
All right, that's actually a good
defenseman.
question, Tony. You have a center, you have a winger, you have a goalie, you have two wingers, a center, a goalie. You don't have any defensemen yet, or do you?
I had Scott Stevens.
Okay,
And I'm
Nico,
gonna.
center,
that's
wing.
it. So you need to pick a coach and a defenseman.
I'm gonna go Jacques Lemaire.
Lemaire, good one.
Before your defenseman. You want your coach before your next?
You know what?
can.
I'm gonna take
What's more important to you?
Tommy Abilene. I'm gonna take actually.
All right, you're going with Albaline.
Yeah.
All right, and we're gonna do the rest later, and because Tim is out and his so he's done.
Tim gets one more player than his coach, and then Chris's coach, Tony's coach, my coach. So
yeah, so we'll finish all that out later, but we're gonna wrap it up for tonight.
Robbie's bench.
Bobby's bench. I like it. We're gonna put this out on Twitter and on Blue Sky, and guys, if you're watching, a 5-star review, hit the alert, hit the subscription.
I think
it
Tim
really
might try
helps.
to come back on.
Check out. I told him that we were wrapping it up. Also, you could check out Tony's stuff, more Tony's stuff on the Tampa Morgue. You can go on to YouTube, wherever you get your podcast. Rather, it's all metal music, horror movies. They have tons of guests, and you could also find Tim's stuff at All About the Jersey. I'm Chris for Tim, Tony, and Bob. We're the Uncle Puckers, and we'll see you when we see you.
Peace.
Bye-byes.
Bye-byes until I can find the outro video. And there it is.
Bobby, sing for us.
Yes,
Bye,
Bobby.
It's over, Johnny. It's over!
It's weird.